Hello. I was going to see if I can tag you guys. Oh, yep, tag friends. That's easier than I thought it was going to be. Okay, I think that'll do. Hello, when you hop on, say hello to me. Hello. Makes me feel like I'm not talking to myself that way. Hi, darling. How are you feeling today? Better, I hope. So it's actually really funny that yesterday I was coming on to talk about self-sabotage and then I had to cancel. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that. Because I do see it as a self-sabotage, even though I was putting myself first. I was tired. My son had been awake since midnight because he was really excited about his birthday and he couldn't get back to sleep. So I was just drained, I was exhausted, and I thought, you know what, I can do this. I can still come on live and do the talk, or I can actually not and show up at a better time, in a better vibe and a better energy for you guys, right? But in saying that, I still see that as a self-sabotage because we're all connected by the universal mind, right? Now, I have struggled with doing Facebook Lives or any kind of video for, well, as long as I've been in business. And it's getting easier and easier, but I still have an internal struggle around showing up, speaking up and being my authentic self, which is something I've been really focusing on this year, so I can show up and be transparent so that we can better connect, right? So because we're all connected by this universal mind, we're all connected by the law of divine oneness, I believe that this caused this sabotage for me showing up live yesterday. Right? Now, I'm not saying that I made my son wake up, but I'm saying that our life is a mirror of what is internally going on inside of us, and those events conspired so that I had an excuse to get out. Yeah? Does that make sense? So, what is self-sabotage? I mean, quite a few of you said you wanted to come on and listen to this today. And I believe that is obviously because you are experiencing this in your life. You're experiencing some form of self-sabotage. Now, that could be in the form of relationships. So for me, every single boyfriend I ever had, I would break up with him first, okay? Because I didn't want to be hurt. And that connected back to being hurt many years ago. So there is always an underlying, pardon me, reason for our self-sabotage. It's highly connected to our self-esteem. It's highly connected to our subconscious mind and protecting ourselves, okay? Because that's what our subconscious mind does. It wants to protect us from failure, rejection, being hurt, all those human emotions that we experience anyway, but we don't want to experience them again because they hurt. Now, if something is coming up for you and it's highly emotionally charged, I really recommend that you go deep into that, okay? Because we know that our body is always talking to us through always. Our mind, body, and soul are connected. And if we stuff those emotions down, they're going to go and fester somewhere in our body and rear their ugly head later on, and that's going to affect us even deeper, yeah? Hi, Jaren, how are you, darling? Hi, Laurie. Good morning. Laurie, I believe it's nighttime for you. Possibly, depending on where you are in the US. Yeah, so like I was saying, self-sabotage, it's highly connected to our self-esteem. We don't want to look silly. We don't want to feel unwanted or unloved. And our subconscious mind it's like its job is to protect us. So before we even know consciously what we're doing, our subconscious has flicked that switch, brought up some fear maybe some hurt. It's usually fear, a lot of procrastination, This is another big one. A lot of procrastination, forgetfulness, so that we aren't taking those steps to move forward, to live that beautiful life that we all so deserve, right? So being a safe space, I'm inviting you to pop in the comments now if you're live with me, or later if you're watching the replay, in what ways you believe you might be self-sabotaging in your life. Yeah? So like I said, an example for me was in relationships. I always broke up with everyone first. Yeah. So for me, I had to really go deep into why I was doing that. What was that hurt connected to? Okay, that was connected to, or like a first boyfriend when I was 14. This is just coming up. And he broke up with me. So I vowed never to let that happen again. And I might have not even consciously allowed that thought to come into my mind, but my subconscious, it knows all, okay? And it runs the show. Only 5% of our conscious mind is present, right, in our lives when we're making decisions. And the rest of it is our subconscious, okay? Now, I'm not saying our subconscious is bad or wrong, but it runs the show and it holds on to all of those beliefs that we were brought up with, all of that conditioning and societal expectations. So when we grow up and we think, wow, they don't like that, or the world doesn't think this is okay, or weirdness isn't okay, or being a geek isn't okay, or showing up and saying what I believe is true for me isn't okay. I don't want to get humiliated. I don't want to feel silly. I don't want someone to be angry at me or hurt me. And these might not even be conscious thoughts, but these are thoughts running in the background a lot. And this is why we need to look deeper. We need to do that inner work if we want to thrive and live a beautiful, happy life. Okay? Hi, Ainsley. How are you, darling? Spot on, Lisa says. Cool. And Lisa, I honour you for showing up. I know that you had a lot of this stuff running in the background. And I'm not saying that the healing just happens like that. This can take time. Like I said yesterday, that series of events that led to me not showing up was a self-saboteur, right? Because we're all connected. And when our subconscious is running the show, most of the time, it's going to affect those outcomes that are more desirable to keep us safe. Okay, so I am inviting you to show up for yourself through self-love and self-determination, and moving through and navigating through those fears and those unhealthy beliefs that we are living with, and move through them. Do the work. You might want to reach out to someone, myself, whoever, whatever. Yes, Lisa, there are many layers. And holy cow, like I haven't done as much healing as I have in the last even 6 months. And there's more and there's more and there's more and there's always more. But every time a layer is shed, something beautiful happens. And then another layer is shed and something beautiful happens. And this is the story of life. This is why we're here. We're here to learn and grow and let our beautiful lights shine and our soul live how it wants to live. And if that's how you want to live, then I really invite you to start being aware of ways that you are sabotaging your own self from getting what you really, really want. Now, journaling is amazing for this because it brings a light onto what is happening. You can directly talk to your subconscious when something shows up. It's okay, I'm actually safe, but thank you for showing up. I'm going to do this anyway. Tapping, doing EFT, another amazing way to connect in and clear those subconscious unhealthy behaviours and those destructive patterns. What else is there? Oh, access consciousness is a big one. The coach I'm working with at the moment, she works with access consciousness. I'm going to be bringing some of this into our Abundance Goddess Warrior program starting Monday, and it works instantly with that subconscious mind, and it's very miraculous stuff. It's amazing. So we're going to be using some of that. I know you're going to be there, Lisa, so good on you. And what else? Anything that really works with the shadow. Okay, now spiritual bypassing is still so prevalent, and I am I'm one for enjoying a good spiritual bypass. I would much rather see the good in situations. I'm an idealist, sending love and light and focusing on the good, which is really important in universal law. But unless we go into our shadow, first and foremost, that stuff is still going to be there, and it's still going to be festering, and it's going to show up either subconsciously or consciously in some form in our lives. And this is how self-sabotage happens, right? You might be thinking, why does that always happen? I don't want that to happen. Yeah? Or why do I always get into relationships like this? All of my relationships were with people that were basically violent and really toxic, yeah? And until I chose differently for myself, and I spoke a little bit about shifting paradigms on my masterclass, and we're going to be diving deep into shifting our paradigms in the program on Monday. Until we make that decision, these things are still going to keep showing up in our lives, okay? So I'm not just saying it's relationships. You might have a beautiful relationship, but it might be in the form of energy and procrastination, or just feeling like you're not good enough to do anything good with your life, to reach those desires, or to dream big. There was no way ever in my life I thought I was going to write a book, let alone live a clean, happy life after being a drug user. I had a lot of self-hatred, a lot of self-hatred that I've been working through over the years, and realizing, okay, well, why can't I live a good life? Why can't I follow my dreams? And it all starts within, okay? And anyone that knows me knows I'm so big on the energetics of all of this, and life, and getting the life that we desire is it starts within. If we want our outer world to be what we desire, if we want to live that reality we want, we need to start on our inner world, our inner reality, and shift that energy, okay? So I hope that makes sense. And if you are ready to end the cycle of self-sabotage, we are going to be deeply working with the shadow, and we are going to be shifting our paradigms in the Abundance Goddess Warrior program over 12 weeks. We start Monday. Yes, I take payment plans, and if you have any questions, just reach out to me. I'm not going to highly pitch at you or anything. If you're a good fit for the program, you're a good fit. And if you're not, you're not, and maybe this isn't for you at this time, but I'm just trying to get your brain, your conscious mind on board here with what it is you want and what can help you get there. And I know very deeply that this program can help you get there, okay? Because we're going to be working with the divine, with energy, with the goddess, and all that cool stuff that I love so much, and it lights me up. So thank you for the hearts. Love the hearts. So I think that's all I wanted to say. If you have any questions about this in particular, let me know. And ladies in the program, I will see you Monday. Yay! Sending you all so much love today, and I will tag some more of you when I hop off that wanted to be here yesterday. So have a lovely day and a lovely weekend. Bye.